Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Kyle from No BS Investing, and today I'm going to talk to you about a potential second round of stimulus checks. Before we get started, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment below, and hit the notification bell for the YouTube algorithm. Alright, now, a lot of you have probably already gotten your first stimulus checks for 2020. Your $1,200 check for any. Now, many of you have probably already gotten your $1,200 stimulus check, or maybe you're still waiting on it in the mail. Because the first round of stimulus checks, that was a bill that got approved and signed by President Trump, was for $1,200 for anyone who makes under $75,000 a year, weaning down all the way up to $99,000, and anyone who makes more than $99,000 gets nothing from that. And then it's double for a joint household, so $150,000 weaning down, and then nothing above $200,000. Now, there's already bills that are being introduced for a second round of stimulus checks. And there's a lot of confusion surrounding these stimulus checks. The way they work is it acts as a tax credit on your 2020 taxes. And so basically, it's like saying, so for the first round, right, $1,200, it's like saying I'm going to pay $1,200 less in taxes at the end of 2020. Except, I'm getting that return I would have gotten, that tax return for $1,200, I'm getting that up front. So that's how that works. They're basically fronting you the tax returns. Now, currently, there's nothing official, nothing has been signed, everything's only kind of being introduced, different bills, but there is one bill about a second round of stimulus checks that's making a lot of noise. And what this bill says is that anyone who's a U.S. citizen as of late January 2020, 16 years of age or older, who makes under $130,000 a year, will get $2,000 a month for 6 months, and then in 6 months, they'll reevaluate and see whether they should extend it for an additional 6 months, making it 12 months. Now, if you're married, it's double. So if you make under $260,000 a year, you get $4,000 a month for the 6 months, plus potentially another 6 months. Additionally, if you have any children, you can get $500 a month for each child you have, up to $1,500 a month. If you're married and have a family of 5, with 3 kids, you receive $5,500 a month for the 6 and potentially 12 months. And that is $66,000 per year. Now, this sounds all great, magical pixie land, but it reeks of hyperinflation. So what is hyperinflation exactly? So inflation is when the real world value of your currency goes down, right? And so we have this already. We have around 2% per year inflation. So every year, $1 is worth about 2% less in equivalent to gold or whatever else you're trying to buy, cars. And so that's why, a dollar now is worth a whole lot less than a dollar 100 years ago. Now, hyperinflation is a nasty side effect of different stimulus packages and things like this, where the government, in response to, an economic downturn, just starts printing out money. They're just like, printing out tons of money, and then they just start giving it to people in the forms of stimulus packages, loans, this and that. And what happens is they're creating all this money, but there's the same amount of resources to back this money. Because the way an economy works is money is fiat, or at least in our economy. Originally, it was backed by gold, and so $1 note was backed by $1 in gold. And you only have so much gold in existence. You can't just make more gold. Well, you can as a byproduct of a nuclear reaction, but it's a net loss. But anyway, current currency is fiat, so it's not really backed on anything. And so what it really represents is we have X amount of money and we have X amount of things that you can buy with money. Now, if you increase this amount of money without increasing the amount of goods and services available, then you have inflation. And hyperinflation is just this in overdrive. All right, so a great example of this is World War II, Nazi Germany. So the Allied forces are absolutely crushing the Nazis, and their economy is going down and down and down, and so, they start printing money. Because that's how they thought they could solve the problem. Let's just print more money and give more money to the people. Let's give all these people tons of stimulus packages, right? In the beginning of 1922, a loaf of bread in Nazi Germany cost about $1.20 equivalent. By the end of the war, just before the economic collapse and the fall of the Nazi Empire, one loaf of bread cost $100 billion for a loaf of bread. And people were literally using money to start fires, like to keep warm. They're using it, kids were making kites, they're using it for furniture. I mean, people were even using it to wipe their own butts because money was cheaper than toilet paper. Like, this is where things were at. And this is all because they thought they could save their economy with all these stimulus packages by just printing more money and giving it to the people. Now, that being said, there's a lot of debate by economists on whether or not this type of stimulus activity on a very small scale is actually going to cause issues. But I mean, when we're talking about trillions of dollars, it's definitely going to cause some unintended side effects. Now, currently, that's just a bill, and it's not really likely to pass. It hasn't really gained a lot of traction, and lawmakers are saying that they want to kind of take it slow and wait a bit for a potential second bailout, second stimulus package, whatever else. And they really can't agree on what the stance should be for loans for businesses. Both parties have really been butting heads about who should get money, who should get bailouts, who should get loans, and this and that. So don't expect your $5,500 check in the mail anytime soon. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment below, hit the notification bell. Bye.